With temperatures cooling down, it's a great time for motorcyclists to go out for a spin, but TXDOT wants to caution riders who feel they are born to be wild to simmer down and check out the statistics. And here to share them with us, TXDOT's Jennifer Wright. Jennifer, what's the most concerning to TXDOT about motorcycle crashes?
Where do I start? Motorcycles do not afford the same protection that cars do when involved in a crash, so there's a higher chance of injury or death in a crash. But let's start with fatalities corresponding to age. From 2017 to September of 2022, out of the 98 motorcyclists killed in the El Paso district in fatal crashes, more than half were under the age of 35, with the largest number, 18, in the 21 to 25 age group. 6 riders were killed under age 21.
All right, so now what are the top 3 factors in fatal motorcycle crashes?
Well, speed is by far the #1 contributing factor cited by law enforcement, same as every other fatal crash, really. Next comes driving under the influence, which impairs judgment and reaction time. Third is driver inattention, but also driver distraction is a little farther down. So if we combine those are definitely risks no one should be taking.
Now, I'm aware, Jennifer, that TXDOT studies the manner of crashes to see if there's something the agency can do to prevent fatal crashes through engineering. So what do you know about how these crashes are happening?
Well, yeah, we track the manner of crashes too, and the majority of these motorcycle fatal crashes involve the motorcycle just going straight, which means that they're losing control due to the factors we already mentioned of speeding, riding under the influence, or not paying attention or becoming distracted.
All right, now we know who, why, and how, but can you tell us where these crashes are happening?
Yes, we have a heat map that shows fatal motorcycle crashes are happening all over town, but there may be a higher concentration surrounding Fort Bliss. And there are about the same number happening on local roadways as TXDOT roadways.
Jennifer, how many fatal motorcycle crashes have we seen this year?
Well, as of September 30th, we were at 18, but sadly, I believe we'd have already had at least one more fatal motorcycle crash this month, which puts us at the highest number of any of the past 5 years. We had been tied with 2021, and we still have some months to go, so I find this trend tragic and alarming.
So what can be done to prevent these motorcycle fatalities?
In the past, TXDOT has focused education efforts on encouraging drivers to look twice for motorcycles. But when we look at the data, we know that it's up to motorcyclists to slow down, pay attention, and never drive under the influence of drugs or alcohol, same as the rest of us. It's going to take all of us being much more careful in order to end the streak of daily fatalities on our roadways.
All sound advice, Jennifer. Let's talk about what's happening in next week's closures.
So I mentioned last week that full overnight closures on I-10 widening west were starting up again as crews bring in giant concrete beams for the bridges. And so we will see a series of closures starting Sunday night. I-10 East will be closed Sunday at Artcraft at 9 p.m. along with the direct connector ramp from Trans Mountain and to I-10 East. And it's important to note that ramps may close earlier. Monday and Tuesday nights at 9, eastbound I-10 will be closed at Trans Mountain along with associated ramps, including the direct connector and the on-ramp from South Desert. Wednesday night, they switch to westbound I-10, which will close at Artcraft along with the ramps from North Desert and both Artcraft and Red. Thursday night, it's back to I-10 East, which will close at Trans Mountain at 9.
Phew, is that it?
Sadly, no. Expect a full closure of all ramps leading into Juarez via the Bridge of the Americas on Monday night at 9. Travelers should use an alternate bridge. There's more, there's always more, so follow us on Twitter for daily updates at TXDOT-ELP, and of course, follow your favorite traffic reporter.
All right, Jennifer Wright with TXDOT as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.